Hi students, now we are discussing the chapter acids, bases and salts. Today we are going to discuss about what do all acids and bases have in common. As you know, all acids have H plus ions in common. Acids produce H plus ions or hydrogen ions in solution which are responsible for their acidic properties. Like that, all bases have hydroxyl or OH minus ions in common. What happens to an acid or base in water solution? Acids in presence of water produce H plus ions. H plus ions cannot exist alone. They exist as H3O plus or hydronium ions. They exist as H3O plus or hydronium ions. H plus H2O gives H3O plus. For example, hydrochloric acid HCl plus water gives H3O plus hydronium ion plus Cl minus. Bases in presence of water. Bases when dissolved in water gives OH minus ions. For example, sodium hydroxide when dissolved in water gives Na plus plus OH minus. There that minus is not there, please include it. Okay, Na plus plus OH minus ions. Magnesium hydroxide. When we dissolve it in water, it produces Mg2 plus ions plus 2 OH minus ions. 2 OH minus ions or 2 hydroxyl ions. As you know, bases soluble in water are called alkali. While diluting, it is recommended that the acid should be added to water. While diluting, it is recommended to add acid to water and not water to acid, because the process of dissolving an acid or a base in water is highly exothermic. Adding water to acid may cause the mixture to splash out and cause burns. The heat generated may cause the mixture to splash out and cause burns. Or the glass container may also break due to excessive local heating. Dilution. Mixing an acid or a base with water results in decrease in the concentration of ions such as H3O plus hydronium ions or OH minus hydroxyl ions per unit volume. Mixing an acid or a base with water results in decrease in the concentration of ions such as hydronium ions or hydroxyl ions per unit volume. Such a process is called dilution. Strength of acid and base. Strength of acid or base can be estimated using universal indicator. What's an universal indicator? Universal indicator is a mixture of several indicators. It shows different colors at different concentrations of H plus ions in the solution. It shows different colors at different concentrations of H plus ions in the solution. Next is pH scale. A scale for measuring H plus ion concentration in a solution. P in pH stands for potence. That's a German word which means power. pH is equal to 7. That is a neutral solution. When pH is less than 7, then it is an acidic solution. pH more than 7 means that's a basic solution. On diluting an acid, pH increases. On diluting an acid, the pH value increases. On diluting a base, pH decreases or the pH value decreases. On diluting a base, the pH value decreases. Here you can see pH is equal to 7, that is neutral, and when it moves towards 0, that it is more acidic, as acid nature increases. When it moves towards that 14, 7 to 14, there the basic nature increases. Importance of pH in everyday life. Importance of pH in everyday life. Plants and animals are pH sensitive. Our body works within the pH range of 7 to 7.8. When pH of rainwater is less than 5.6, it is called acid rain. That is, 5.6 pH means it is less than 7 is neutral, and less than 7, that means that it is acidic in nature. That's why you can call it as acid rain. pH of the soil. Plants require specific pH range for their healthy growth. If the soil is more acidic or more basic, then the plants cannot grow in that soil. pH in our digestive system. Our stomach produces which acid? Hydrochloric acid, which helps in digestion. During indigestion, stomach produces more acid and cause pain and irritation. To get rid of this pain, people use antacid tablets, okay, like milk of magnesia, that is magnesium hydroxide. To neutralize excess acid, that is antacids contain milk of magnesia or magnesium hydroxide that usually neutralize the excess acid in our stomach. pH range as cause of tooth decay. Tooth decay starts when pH of mouth is lower than 5.5. Tooth enamel, made up of calcium phosphate, that is the hardest substance in our body, does not dissolve in water but corrodes with pH that is lower than 5.5 due to acids produced by degradation of food particles by bacteria inside our mouth. If any food particles are there, if you are not brushing properly or if you are not washing mouth after eating and all, then what will happen? The bacteria will grow and that will cause the production of acids in our mouth. The acidic medium that will lead to corrosion of the tooth enamel, that will result in tooth decay. Using toothpaste, which are generally basic, prevent tooth decay. Self-defense by animals and plants through chemical warfare. For example, bee sting leaves an acid which causes pain and irritation. Use of a mild base like baking soda on stung area gives relief, that is, it neutralizes the effect of that acid. Next is stinging hair of nettle leaves inject methanoic acid that causes burning sensation or pain. Rubbing with leaf of dog plant that give relief, because dog plant leaf is having tannins and oxalic acid, and that will act with it. Mainly that dog plant leaf will neutralize the effect of the methanoic acid injected or methanoic acid that is present in the nettle leaf cells. Okay. Two questions are there that you please try to answer. Okay. While diluting an acid, why is it recommended that the acid should be added to water and not water to an acid? Second question, why does an aqueous solution of an acid conduct electricity? Please try to answer these questions.